Hi all students and parents and carers. Welcome to our Term 3 Remote and Flexible Learning experience. The last period of remote and flexible learning certainly taught us some valuable lessons, and we received the feedback from you about what worked well and what didn't work so well, and therefore what we could improve upon. We're hoping that with what we've been planning over the last several days as a staff, since the message came from the state government that we needed to transition back to the remote and flexible learning environment, serves everyone within our community as well as it possibly can. We understand that there will be challenges, but as always, communication's key, and we want to make sure that the dialogue between ourselves as staff, yourselves as students, and also yourselves as parents and carers remains really strong over the next 6 weeks and into that foreseeable future. Some of the adjustments we're making are to address the issues regarding screen time, and it's something that's really important that we manage that to levels which we feel will support you in terms of your physical health and well-being, but certainly also support you in the sense that you'll undertake some positive learning tasks and outcomes being achieved. The Compass schedule itself for remote and flexible learning will be the normal timetable in the sense that there's 6 periods every day and that lessons will start on those scheduled times that you're used to as a student. The difference will be that we've asked staff to adjust the learning so that there are about 35-minute lessons in length. That will provide about 14 to 15 minutes in between each lesson, whereby you can get up, you can stretch. If you need to take a break from the computer, that's what we're certainly encouraging. There's also then that opportunity, if there is a double period, that staff might communicate with you that they're just going to do one extended block of time. So it might be a 70-minute lesson, and then after that, you'll have a period of time that you would have off prior to the next grouping of lessons. For yourselves as parents, one of the key messages that I wanted to pass forward to you is that we're certainly not expecting you as parents and carers to become teachers at all. It's not necessary for you to sit with your child while they're engaging in remote learning, but what we do encourage you to do is to see that they've got a quiet space, see that they've set themselves up in a way that they're going to engage in their learning best without any distractions. So we know that devices are connected to the internet, but if that's about you having a conversation about removing other devices such as mobile phones, then really look to put that on the table as a discussion point. Having a conversation with your child at the end of the day is something that we really also strongly want to encourage. Check in on their progress, ask about how they've been going, if there's any issues with the style of learning that's taking place, if there's improvements that they think they can be making in particular classes, and really encourage your son or daughter to communicate back to their teacher about what some of those concerns, queries, or even positive feedback might be that they can provide to them. If we're all working together upon this, we will look to see the experience as a much better one for us all. As another support, and in response to some of the feedback as well, we know that we've got some great open-ended and engaging tasks, and we're going to look to run some really fun activities to keep us connected. But in a wellbeing sense, we are going to be setting up small care group teams. Now, each teacher will be assigned to a small group of students, and they will be communicating with you each day via email just to check in on how you're going. We're asking that you as students are able to communicate back. You'll see in the written communication, once you receive that email in the initial few days, about how you will begin to communicate with your teacher. And we hope that begins to develop a really strong rapport between you online over the next several weeks. The idea is that they can help to support you, put you into contact with some of the wellbeing team members that we have here, if it is that the bad days are continuing on for you, because we want to see that most of them are positive days for you. But of course, we're all human beings, and we need to recognise that this is a challenging period for us all. So once again, we do want to make it a really positive experience. Please take the time to communicate with us. If you do have any concerns, make sure you reach out, provide us with feedback, ask questions along the way, and I'm sure that it will be something that in several weeks' time when we do get to surveying you, so that is another key point that I wanted to mention, at the end of 2 weeks, we are going to survey you all. And the idea behind that survey is that we can get your feedback to see if we do need to make any adjustments to the initial approach in which we are beginning with. I wish everyone good health. Thank you very much for the way in which you've supported it thus far in terms of how we've transitioned, and we look forward to working with you. Take care.